Hi guys. Today we are going to talk about what actually is data analytics by a data analyst. Context for you guys, if you don't know about me, is that I'm working as a data analyst full time at Hyderabad, India, and I'll be talking about what actually is data analytics and what does a data analyst do. And for this video, I had to turn off my fan, but AC is there, so it's okay. I don't know why I said that, but I did. So yeah, basically the things that I'm going to be discussing, I can't cover all of it in a video. So I put a Medium article regarding the same. So you guys can check that out also. I will put it in the description and you can know more about it. Now let's get back into the video and talk about it. First, one of the hype jobs, data science and data analytics, even told as the 21st sexiest job out there. And it actually is. I won't disagree to it. It actually is. And I started as an intern and now I'm a full timer at it. It's been a really good journey. And let me talk about what the thing I've been doing. First, you have to do is understand how to decode data. Mostly what we'll be doing, the weather is quite nice today. Okay, let me not get distracted. One of the most crucial things that a data analyst do is that from the sea of raw data, it's like lot and lot and lot, they'll keep on giving you data as you are some kind of wizard or something. Actually, you are, but still, they'll keep on giving you these. What you need to do is from this huge, vast amount of data, that data can come from anywhere, any kind of marketing campaign, any kind of tracking that they had done. The most essential one that they get it from a legacy system database like SQL or something. It's not exactly legacy system, but from any data source that they have been kept on storing, that is historical data, they'll give you that. And you'll have to understand and decode data, essentially understand what it actually talks about. Basically, your main job is using statistical and various algorithms that are there. The machine learning algorithm and different algorithm for data analysis is also there. You'll be using them and your mind essentially to understand these trends. You must have heard this words a lot. See, the audience base of this video, I feel like it will be people who want to know what a data analyst is. They might be thinking to shift their career to it, or the people who are actually working as a data analyst, that I think is least they're just watching it for fun because they already know all about it, and I think they will know much better than me also at some things. I'm thinking and talking from a perspective of person who's trying to transition into it or who is going to talk about as in they are trying to talk their way through in job interviews or other places to actually get into the job of it. Our job as a data analyst, we get data from all kind of sources. We'll have to search for patterns, trends, and insight that are not visible to, you can say, like other team members and other people. You'll have to identify these patterns, trends, and insights you'll have to derive from data. And yeah, I'll have to ask a lot of questions. Like data analyst job, it's like 80% is asking questions and not getting answers of it. I literally you have no idea how many meetings, and you will have to go in a lot of meetings. They'll keep calling you into a lot of them. So in all of the meetings and all of the time, you will be asking questions and a lot of them, and you won't get any answer that you will, you know, fully. As in, you won't get an answer that is like 100% satisfactory to it, you, because they also like people, most of the people don't know because you know the data point of view, they don't. So you kind of have to align things based on that kind of thing. Like based on their answer, you'll have to align your data analysis and stuff. So it will involve a lot of questions asking regarding that, and you'll get that answers, and that will spark more questions. So it's all basically going to keep on going in circles. That's the data analysis job as a whole. Asking questions, getting answered, not getting satisfied those answers, asking more question, and the cycle goes on. More circle. So yeah. Yeah. And but most important thing that we ask about is reliability of data, like how reliable and significant is the data that we have been given. In case it's been given by someone else, if we are connecting it ourselves, which is very, very rare, but in startups kind of view, it's possible. Like in some times at my startup, I'll have to do like connect the data, so that is also there. So then you know for a fact like what's the source of data and stuff. But most of the time you won't know. You get it from a third party or someone else. So yeah, like that. So it will involve a lot of these kind of stuff. So you'll have to be ready for it. So mostly it's not just finding answers, it's about asking the right questions. So you'll get better at it. I'm nowhere near better at it. I'm still learning towards it. So yeah, that essentially is it. So, then comes the tools that we use as a data analysis. Per se, you can say any kind of circle or things that we do in a circle. It all involves some kind of data visualization and analytical. So you must have heard from influencers and so-called tech people that are there in Instagram, and that the person who is buried under spreadsheet, complex algorithms, these fancy algorithms, are data analyst, which is kind of true, but it's not like always that we are buried on the spreadsheets and other. Essentially, a lot of people have transitioned because for complex analysis and stuff, you'll need some Python language. It can be R or it can be Python. But if you are not into that, like your field does not involve, like there can be multiple data analyst role, but if your role does not need research purpose, you won't be using R. You mostly will be using Python. And also, like Python and programming languages isn't at code needed in data analytics. But if you want to do significant analysis and actually have very impactful results, you'll need to do this thing. So essentially, most importantly, you will be working with data visualization tools, which can be Tableau or Power BI. I think these are one of the top ones, and I also use them. Mostly, I use Power BI is my favorite, but since I'm mostly on Mac, like it's hosted on Power BI server, so Power BI Web, it is there. So with help of these data visualization tool, it helps us translate the complex result that we are having in our database or data sources into these, how do I say it, these sexy visuals or understandable visuals for these corporate people who is at our top. So we'll have them, visual stories, and these essentially we are storytellers. Let me tell you upfront, we are storytellers. We'll have to tell them stories. So we want the stories to be visually appealing, and so that they can drive their decision, business decision that they are taking at their job. It's basically data driven decision making. Essentially, that's what our role comes in. We'll be talking all about decision making stuff. So that is why I said you will be part of a lot of stakeholders meeting, because you will be presenting and backing their opinion with data. Like, okay, you have done this. This is what's been working from data point of view. This is what is not working. So you should put yourself aside from this. That's nice, huh? Yeah, that is there. So it's basically what it's a lot of numbers are there, but essentially it's all about the art of storytelling that you'll be doing. So keep that in mind. You will have, it's not an introvert's job, even though I consider myself an introvert, but people don't. And at this point, I'm also doubting that. So essentially, what it will be storytelling and with stakeholders. So stakeholders, I'm saying a lot. What it essentially means is so your boss, supervisor, CEO, if it is a startup, and manager. So these communication things you'll have to improve. You will have to communicate your findings and highlight the impacts that their campaigns or something that they did it's being done, or like what is decreasing and what are the possible course of action that you can do and take. And then comes a day in life of a data analyst. So I'll be making a video on it also, but I'll just give you guys a gist of it. It starts by defining what the problem is and what we need to do about it. And like, and in a single statement, that is what I can say it about. So essentially, what it is about is you start with defining the problem that you need to solve from a data point of view, and understand what needs to be analyzed. And it can involve a lot of meetings with different department, tech department, backend development, front end. Front end, I don't think so. It's that much needed until unless you're tracking functionality, as in if you're like particular feature, people are clicking on it or not, that also requires a lot of data analytics. So yeah, that is also that team also will be involved. Yeah, let me take that statement back. Central also will be involved. Like not as in coding and talking about them, and it's just the data that's been collected by that. Like a button, how many times it's been clicked. That instances will have some number, right? So you need to analyze that. So then you have your problem statement. So and you'll have a data set for it, because everything has some data. Let's be clear about it. Everything has data. So you'll have that data, you'll have to clean it, you'll have to analyze it, and you'll have to go through various methods and make it into insights. So this raw data into edible data, you can say. So, and this process iterative. It will keep on happening, and it skills that, keep on enhancing day by day. But it's the core technical skill. Like two cores are there. First is technical skills, and then is critical thinking. So until unless you have critical thinking, you won't be able to cut it for long. Even though you get it, you won't be able to cut it for long. And patience. That's the most important thing. I'm struggling with it. That patience to be, keep on analyzing the same thing, and then the new requirements coming each meetings and changing the whole point of view of the analysis that you're doing, that will be coming. So keep that in mind. So this day will kind of wrap up. If it does, mostly it doesn't. So it will wrap up with preparing reports or presentation that you'll have to again present to stakeholders. So, and in these presentation or reports, you'll have to showcase the findings that you have analyzed till now. That will actually lead them to strategical decision. Like they'll say, okay, I'm thinking to launch this campaign. You'll be tracking it. Let us know how well it performs, like that. And decision making they'll be doing. So it will involve a lot of it. So in today's world, data analyst job is super essential as they actually help in all kind of decision making. So everything is data backed now. Even starters and everyone know that until you have some data that you can analyze it, your product will fail because you don't know which direction to take. If you'll make it on your gut feeling, you'll fail for sure. So that's why we are driving nowadays data driven world, you can say, because we are turning this raw data that they have into actionable insight that we can discuss all day long, and even at night they keep on. That discussion never stops. The stakeholders never stop. You might get a call at any time for the data set analysis, just never stops. So their business strategy that is being made. I'm not discouraging anyone to get back from this job. It's one of the highest paying job. It's like future is very bright in it, but some cons, like everything is there. So keep that in mind also. But from my point of view, it's worth it. But also like this role is constantly evolving and technologies keep on changing each hour. So you'll have to be a lifelong learner. You'll have to keep on learning about it. So keep that in mind and keep learning. And this video has been really long, but I wanted to talk all the things that a data analyst do. And from my personal point of view also, like what you need to do. So that's why it's been so long now. But yeah, I think this video will give you a good perspective on what actually does this data analyst do and what is data analysis done by a data analyst. So yeah, and yeah, this is it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I don't know, like this was YouTube thing is new to me. I'm trying to get better. Why do I say it? Yeah, I'm learning. So if some suggestions or some things are there, do let me know in the comments. I'll try to improve on it, and I will improve on that. So I told you, lifelong learner. So okay, guys, see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.